As much as Barca fans might not want to admit it, the club is transitioning into a new era. This could quite possibly be the biggest rebuild job in world football, with an aging squad and one of the GOATs of the game headed for the exit door sooner rather than later. Newly appointed Ronald Koeman has a major task on his hands. Today, we're taking over Barca with one condition. We're only allowed to sign Dutch players. Desperate to prepare for a life without King Leo and focus on capturing the next European crown with a strong crop of Dutch ballers. In what could quite possibly be my last FIFA 20 video, last career mode rebuild, here goes nothing. Catalonia, I hope you're ready for a Dutch revolution and a mass exodus of players and cult heroes alike. Major change is about to get underway and I hope you're all buzzing for it. Here is the current starting 11 that Barcelona started off with. It is going to be looking completely different after this first summer transfer window, so don't get too comfortable, don't get used to it. The first port of call, the transfer list. Messi, we all know his intentions, his future endeavors. He wants to get out of the club. I'm going to free him from his shackles alongside Luis Suarez, who is heavily linked to Juve. Gerard Piqué, another aging piece of the puzzle in this Barcelona squad, alongside Sergio Busquets. Frenkie de Jong is one of our only eligible players to actually stay at the club. He's going to be a key building block for the future of this team. Philippe Coutinho, I'm probably going to recall him just so that we can sell him and get a bit more money into the transfer budget. He's going on the transfer list. Arthur's off to Juve in real life. Ivan Rakitic has left to his former club Sevilla, and Arturo Vidal is strongly linked with a move to Italy. Inter is calling, and he is going to go back to the Serie A. We're going in with one strategy and one strategy only, basically flipping the entire starting 11 to be an all-Dutch side, and we are conjuring up quite a list of Dutch super talent in the transfer hub. We've been scouting, we've been researching, and the financial situation is looking rather tasty, with a 200 million plus transfer budget war chest to work with. Could be a grand finale, our final swan song of FIFA 20 and the rebuilds. I'm looking to end it off on a bang, so make sure to drop the video a like, subscribe, turn on those notifications if you're new around here, and let's get straight into the transfer action. You guys probably all saw this transfer coming from a mile away. It's going to be the first pickup, Memphis Depay. We've gone absolutely ruthless in the transfer window, dealing the deal with Olympic Lyon for £50.7 million. A player that is heavily linked to Barcelona in real life. By the time this video goes up, he's probably already signed for him. We're making his dreams become a reality in FIFA 20 career mode. He's going to be our brand new leader, spearheading the attack, and it's going to take home that number 11 shirt. From Liverpool to Barcelona, he's followed in the footsteps of many coming before him. It is Gini Wijnaldum agreeing terms to sign for the Catalonian Giants. He arrives from Merseyside, involved in a bit of a swap deal. Sergio Busquets goes the other way, and we had to offer £1.7 million on top of that to sweeten the deal for Jurgen Klopp. He's going to accompany Frenkie de Jong in that midfield three. Hopefully, we can get his peak years of his career out of him here in La Liga. The Liverpool raid continues, signing not only one, but two of their star Dutch talents. It is big Virgil van Dijk, big Dijk energy. It's cost us a pretty penny though, £119.8 million splash on the 27-year-old, 91 rated. He's going to shore up the defense, no doubt. A Ballon d'Or contender in recent years, and just caliber of player that deserves to play in the biggest clubs in the world like Barcelona, Real Madrid. I'm glad we've been able to add him to the team. It's just the upgrade to defense has costed us a lot, and our wallets aren't looking too nice. Questions have been raised. Who is going to be Virgil van Dijk's centre-back partner? That is going to be the Interman himself, Stefan de Vrij, our brand new number 19, involved in another cheeky swap deal. You know, Sir BCHD gets around them. It's a classic player trade. Samuel Umtiti is headed the other way to Inter. He is going to be playing his football at the San Siro. Plus £14.6 million has allowed us to get hold of another Dutch giant, completing this defensive rock, a defensive duo that is going to be unrivaled. It's none other than Steven Bourgeois next on the agenda. We pick up Tottenham's star winger, a star of the show, Spotlight in the All or Nothing Spurs documentary. Surprise, surprise, Sir BCHD's had it again with the swap deals. We've given Spurs Jordi Alba and £10.6 million for their 21-year-old hotshot. The risk of taking Philippe Coutinho back from loan has paid in dividends, exactly £60.2 million in fact. El Clasico rivals Real Madrid have poached the Brazilian for £60.2 million. The playmaker heads to the Santiago Bernabeu. It's taken us long enough, but that's one of our first sales. The departures just keep on coming. Luis Suarez, after a wonderful stint at Barcelona, is headed out of Catalonian club, joining Chelsea for £70.9 million. Despite him being heavily linked to Juventus in real life, he is making the switch to the Premier League in this rebuild. This was one of the transfers that I've just been so frustrated making, because Barcelona literally had this guy last season, I think. Yeah, they sold him to Valencia. Just a signing we could have completely avoided and just a waste of time, basically. But £23.4 million for a starting goalkeeper, Jasper Cillessen. He arrives from a fellow La Liga club and will be started in between the sticks. It's come to that point of the video and in the footballing world in general, just where I feel so sorry for Ajax. All their best bright upcoming players just get poached by massive European giants, and that's exactly what's happened here. Ignore the ginormous La Liga logo on the patch. It is Donny van de Beek arriving for £38.6 million, just like his fellow native Quincy Promes, who lands here at the Camp Nou. The Ajax player has been attained for £35.6 million, still 27, in the prime of his career, can provide us with so much going forward. We've gone out and reinvigorated the backline once more, providing a quality depth player, Nathan Ake, who's headed for Manchester City in real life. We've poached him from Bournemouth for £20.2 million, a bargain, a steal. Still only 24, at 80 rated. He's got room to grow, a player you're never really going to complain about, and just finds a solid space here in this Dutch setup. Whilst we wait patiently to recuperate the finances to fund a massive Matthijs de Ligt transfer, we've had to go for a backup option. It's not even that bad either. It's Daily Blind from Ajax yet again for £28.7 million. We've got an Ajax hat-trick on our hands. This video should just be sponsored by the Eredivisie at this rate. That our 29-year-old provides experience, can be a backup, and he's just quality overall. Former Manchester United player, he's done the rounds, and he's just a great utility player. Can play a CDM, left back, versatility and quality is exactly what we strive for. It's come with a fair share of sales as well. Nelson Semedo is headed off to Napoli. £37.4 million. The Portuguese right back is moving to Italy. Oh, Arsenal, you've fallen into our trap. £69.7 million the Gunners have splashed on Gerard Piqué to what would welcome a record-breaking Premier League return. The Spanish centre-back might be headed to North London. This squad has just become pre-programmed with release clauses left, right and centre. Arthur, he's off to Juventus in real life. Who said career mode isn't realistic? Juventus have activated his £96.7 million release clause. I'm happy with that. Where do I sign? Just please go through. Here's your confirmation. Arsenal in red and white, North London, have picked themselves up a defender, and the Spaniard who has spent so long here at Barcelona, the brand new number 2 for Arsenal, is going to make his valiant return to England. The Bianconeri have set sights on their main man, and they have captured their Brazilian midfielder. £96.7 million. Yeah, it might be a sizable price tag. Cost a tad bit cheaper in real life, but what can you do? As a South American has fulfilled his legacy, we have to wave goodbye. You just knew with the sheer volume and fees our transfers were going for out the door, we had to reinvest some of that money into Matthijs de Ligt from Juventus for £79.6 million. The Dutchman will join many fellow countrymen here at the Barcelona Netherlands Revolution. We are building a rock-hard defensive back four, and Matthijs de Ligt complements it to the extreme. Oh my god, what is going on in this career mode save? Bayern Munich have reinvested back into their old player, the Chilean midfielder Arturo Vidal, who is another player headed off to the Serie A in real life. Inter are about to capture his signature, and it's a double signing. 2 players out the door. On the departures front, Ousmane Dembele joins Tottenham Hotspur. He wants to be involved in the brand new documentary on Amazon Prime. £40.7 million is the fee activated for the Frenchman. No release clauses here. The injury merchant and the Deadwood. We get to finally say farewell to the injury merchant and the old Deadwood. Just for the sheer fact that it gives me anxiety and my OCD levels are through the roof when we have to play Nathan Ake as a makeshift right back. We have gone out and just invested some of the more of that cash. Hasn't made too much of a dent in the transfer budget. Denzel Dumfries will join a herd of his Dutch buddies here at Barcelona. £20 million we had to pay out for PSV. Yet again, another Eredivisie pickup. An out-and-out right back with solid capabilities. I really think he can prove himself into the starting 11. Look at this. This is one of the first times I've actually done this on career mode this year. £443.52 million spent, and we've almost completely balanced the books perfectly here. £437.4 million of profit. Our sales and purchasing departments have both been on form. As we're going to take a look through our last few sales of the window, we loaned out Fati. I felt bad for Ajax. Just on a short 1-year loan, we've got Arda Turan, and one of the biggest flops in La Liga history, the Turkish midfielder, is moving to Atalanta on a permanent basis for £4.5 million, and Juve are at it again. It's Italy spending money. The Bianconeri go after another one of our midfielders, Ivan Rakitic. Andre Pirlo and co have purchased him for £34 million on the dot. Here is our current starting 11. We have Quincy Promes, Depay and Bergwijn. That front three, the midfield, looking on form as De Jong, Van de Beek, and Wijnaldum make up that three. I know I said I didn't want to play Nathan Ake at makeshift right back, but I'm starting to wait until Dumfries works his way into the team and becomes higher rated. Really not sure De Ligt or De Vrij. It's a bit of a toss-up between those two. Van Dijk the captain, Blind at left back, and Sillinson's picked up a long-term injury, so that's some great news. Into Season 1 we go. With Season 1 now under our belt, we're taking a look under the microscope here, and it's basically what happened in real life. Real Madrid take out the title. We both were invincible. Okay, that's something I haven't seen in career mode this year. I mean, it's been possible, but I haven't seen it in one of my saves, and we lost out just by 2 points. So, yeah, that's gotta sting. Near perfect, but Los Blancos had other ideas, and in the relegation zone, Mallorca, Celta Vigo, and Osasuna will get relegated. In the Supercopa de España, eliminated in the semi-finals to, you guessed it, league champions Real Madrid. Well, it seems like they've done a domestic treble because the Copa del Rey goes to Real Madrid, of course, and we lost out to them in the semi-finals on aggregate 3-2. In the Champions League, it was Group F saw us on top, undefeated with 14 points. In the round of 16, we breezed past Spurs 4-1. Quarterfinal time saw us eliminated to Manchester City, Messi's potential new team in the future. Citizens do their worst as we're knocked out, and it's a Real Madrid versus Liverpool square up in the big dance. Our main performers here in Season 1, we didn't complete our objectives, and we're slowly going to start phasing out the likes of Messi, Griezmann, and all the non-Dutch players left at the club. Yes, they have assisted us, but it's time to move on. We've got no takers for the GOAT himself, who managed to pull 28 goals and 12 assists, 40 goal contributions for King Leo himself. Quincy Promes was actually our best Dutch player with 27 goals and 7 assists. I was bigging him up when we signed him, and he's actually lived up to the task. Antoine Griezmann with 26 goals and 8 assists. Meanwhile, Donny van de Beek in the middle of the park, double figures. Him and Messi, the only players being able to achieve that feat. Genie Wijnaldum with 10 goals in the midfield. Daily Blind from left back. He netted 6 times, surprisingly. Steven Bergwijn, 38 appearances, 5 goals and 2 assists. Memphis Depay with a quite underwhelming campaign to start life here in Spain. Looking forward to the improvement in Season 2 from Big Memphis himself, Van Dijk, and Matthijs de Ligt with 3 goals between them. Frenkie de Jong, that's a surprise. No goals, but 14 assists for the central midfielder. He's really releasing his inner playmaker, as in Season 2, we're looking to get more deals over the line and continue to beef up the squad. Our quest continues for the Dutch Revolution to take over here at Barcelona. Season 2, we've got a lot on our plate. First call to action in Season 2's transfer window, Tian Koopmeiners. Again, another talent from the Eredivisie. The Dutch just do not stop, and I feel like he can be a quality utility player, just like many of these players we've signed. Still at only 22, can play centre back and CDM, provides that versatility, and we need to get him involved today. For £24.4 million, we beat out the likes of Frankfurt in a bidding war, and he is joining the Dutch Revolution. I don't know what it is, but Juventus are basically becoming the B-Tech Barcelona. They've signed like 3 or 4 of our players right now. At this rate, picking off all of our rejects, it is Sergio Roberto, the next outcast, headed towards Turin. For £21 million, it is the now 28-year-old Spaniard, born and raised in La Masia, headed out the door. The day has finally arrived. Lionel Messi's 20-plus Barcelona career, 20-plus year Barcelona career, has come to an end. Chelsea having to splash £70.3 million on the now 33-year-old. He is off to Stamford Bridge, and they just continue to spend money like it's career mode in real life. The Blues add the GOAT to their roster, and a South American, now their new number 24 in the Premier League, is going to be making his debut in England. And not only Messi, it is Antoine Griezmann moving to the Premier League as well. It is Liverpool to capture the Frenchman's services. 2 exports sold to the Premier League, and our main assets are getting stripped away from us. Not gonna lie, lads, it's been a rather non-chaotic transfer window in the summer, in contrast to what happened in Season 1. We have focused more on our profits and the player departures, let alone the actual assets and investments we make. Our team relatively stays the same as players get upgraded, boosted in stats. Van Dijk's still the captain. Despite our lack of investment, I'm feeling confident headed into our second campaign. Here we have it, Season 2, second time lucky. There's no second season syndrome over here in Catalonia. The Giants, the juggernauts of Spain, have taken down the title. Around La Liga champions, we gain that instant gratification being invincible 2 seasons running, 108 points in the bag. It took us a transitioning period, but we've done it, dethroning Real Madrid as they finished down in 3rd. Atletico coming in 2nd by 3 points. Getting relegated, Malaga just survived. It is Real Zaragoza, Levante, and Deportivo La Coruña. Supercopa de España time, we did one better, however, we lost in the final. So you guessed it, Real Madrid. Haunting us throughout, it was the Copa del Rey we finally finally prevail in the final. It was Villarreal getting destroyed 3-1. We pulled it off in the big dance. It's a Spanish double to add to the collection. Champions League action now. Were we able to rewrite the wrongs of last season's campaign? Group E, we saw it out pretty easily with Benfica, Olympic Lyon and Spartak Moscow in the round of 16. We got past Inter at 5-3 on aggregate, an 8-goal thriller, and against Real Madrid in the quarterfinals, we easily waved them goodbye on 5-2. And Juventus, the team we've sold the majority of our players to. Thank you for all that money you've put back in our piggy bank. Looks like they've invested wisely as they take us down 3-2, meaning it was a Juve PSG final with Juve winning on penalties 5-4 after it was 2-2. With sales of megastars like Messi and Antoine Griezmann, the Dutch super talents were able to shine really in La Liga, and Quincy Promes, despite him being one of the lower rated attackers and the older ones, he's proven his experience is key because 40 goals and 5 assists in 57 appearances is nothing to shy away from. Donny van de Beek again putting up numbers just like no one else can with 33 goals and 19 assists from midfield, now rated at 89. It was a much improved season from big old Memphis Depay. He's focusing more on his footballing career rather than his rapping. 30 goals and 6 assists for the centre forward. We have Steven Bergwijn on the right hand side picking up 30 goal contributions in 56 appearances. Frankie de Jong finally gets on the score sheet in season 2 with 10 goals and 29 assists. Denzel Dumfries from right back with 5 goals and 1 assist. We do have Firpo Cucurella getting some game time. Domestic success has really been the focal point of this season, but European competition, we're still waiting for it. Champions League in season 3 is the main objective. I want that to be our sole focus, end off FIFA 20 on a high and get this Dutch Barca squad to victory. I'll admit I was tempted to invest in the winter time and bring in some players for January, and maybe I should have in hindsight, but with that new number 10 gone, Daniel Milan will take it up, bringing in some backup brigade for season 3 to help out Memphis Depay up top to come off the bench, make an impact, score some goals. I believe he is going to be a hot shot in front of goal, and he arrives from Southampton, bringing him in for £36.5 million, well and truly within budget. We basically have unlimited money at this stage, and we had to actually buy back Nathan Ake as Real Madrid did a sneaky on us, bought him via his release clause. We did the exact same thing back to them, so we pulled an ultimate Uno reverse card at the end of the day, and he returns back from being a low-key trader for about half a season. Sales are still underway behind the scenes as Junior Firpo joins Bayern Munich for £31.5 million. Our Spanish left back, who contributed minimally in season 2, is finally out of the club. Alright, just because we can. I don't know, we're just flexing our financial muscle, decide to fill the Dutch quota. We've got 4 players lined up, 3 out of 4 of them from the Eredivisie. We've got Calvin Stengs. We are rating AZ Alkmaar right now, as well as Myron Boadu. A lovely little pairing there, as they are quality depth players we just need to have in the squad. Justin Kluivert arrives from Watford in the Premier League, activating his £33.6 million release clause, and the last player we are introducing is going to be Per Schurz, a backup, young, decent centre-back. I want as many quality Dutch talents in the team as possible. Let's get him involved. Got to have the backup brigade ready, and that's the strategy we focused on in this transfer window. No cap, we've been effective and efficient in this transfer window. £179.1 million spent, a tiny bit of profit there with Firpo's departure, but we are ready to take on the Champions League. Surely they can prove their credentials in Europe, as the Flying Dutchmen are looking as good as ever. I wouldn't be complaining if I was them, because Sir BCHD and the Netherlands are onto something. We should be bang on for season 3. If not, we go again. Here is our Champions League group. We are met with Lionel Messi's Chelsea in Group C, Celtic and RB Salzburg. It is going to go down. Can it be a bit spicy as well? Looking forward to that encounter, because in this competition we are going all guns blazing. We've only gone and done it, even though it wasn't our main objective. Round champions once again, on top with 98 points. Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid and Valencia qualify for the Champions League, and drifting towards the opposite end of the spectrum, it is Leganes, Malaga and Girona, all getting relegated to the Segunda Division. In the Supercopa de España, no, we still can't win this competition, with a 2-0 loss in the semi-finals to, you guessed it, Real Madrid. Copa del Rey action saw Atletico Bilbao take it over Atletico Madrid, and we got knocked out to Atletico 3-2. We topped our Champions League group despite Messi's Chelsea being in the mix, on top undefeated with 16 points. Round of 16 action saw us knock out Napoli 7-1, a massacre. Chelsea knocked out in the round of 16 as we progressed through to the quarters. It was a 2-1 clutch victory over the Reds. Moving on over to the semi-finals, where we met Borussia Borussia Dortmund, a 4-1 comprehensive victory on aggregate, see us take on Manchester City in the Champions League final. The big dance is approaching us. Here are our top performers in Season 3 in what quite possibly be our final campaign. Steven Bergwijn stepping up to the plate on the right-hand side with 31 goals and 15 assists, filling in Messi's boots easily. Memphis Depay, he's gone from strength to strength. He might have started off not in the best of fashions, but 31 goals and 10 assists makes up for everything. Donny van de Beek, again, with another convincing campaign. 24 goals, 10 assists, 34 goal contributions. And Denzel Dumfries, he's a goal scorer on right back. Forget Trent Alexander-Arnold. 10 goals for big Denzel. In the middle of the park, Frankie de Jong, I don't know what it is about him this season. Hasn't been quite as productive as we expect him to. Virgil van Dijk, 5 goals and 3 assists from centre-back, the captain. Coop Mina's getting involved here and there. Daniel Malin off the bench with 3 goals. And Miran Bawadu as well, a super sub impact signing with 2 goals. Here's our starting 11 for tonight's match. We've decided to give Malin the start over Quincy Promes, Depay and Bergwijn join him in the front 3. De Jong's going to take a step back in the midfield. Meanwhile, Van de Beek fills in that number 10 role. It's our routine strongest starting 11 to take on the Citizens in the final. Let's get it. And what's going to go down as our last rebuild, last video, last piece of content from FIFA 20. My voice is starting to go, but we got to push through this and get this out there. Virgil van Dijk, the leader of men, leading the lads out tonight. That Champions League trophy better be in the burgundy and blue colours by the end of tonight. Just in case you need reminding, that is our road to the final. I'm sorry, we have to rep the new threads this season. Manchester City's third kit, but most importantly, Barcelona's away kit. The gold on black just gets me going every time. And I better win some silverware with this jersey on, because otherwise, if we don't, there's going to be problems. We've kicked off here tonight. Let's hope we can get the job done. Found a bit of space here, maneuvered himself around, and now Frankie de Jong with the drag back, who tried go back post. No, he went for the unorthodox option, and Donny van de Beek, it only took him 5 minutes. He's having a cheeky giggle as he's opened up the scoring here in this Champions League final. Carving open the Manchester City defense like it wasn't even there, and the drag back fools them all. They thought they were going for the back post. Picked his corner, picked his spot. There's nothing Edison can do to stop that. Fizzed into the bottom left-hand corner. The Dutch boys break the deadlock early on. It's a dream start. Passing it around, asserting the dominance. It's what you got to do to impose the opposition right now. Now the defense has opened up. Man City, what are they doing at the back? It is Memphis Depay, the 1-2 between him and Wijnaldum. He's shushing them. Ex-Manchester United boy, the Red Devil, knows how his bread is buttered. And he's just letting Man City know that they're taking an L. 2-0 down. Depay didn't need any invitation. Little 1-2. And Wijnaldum set him up on a silver platter. First time shot. We steamroll through Pep Guardiola's men. It's going to be a historical night tonight. 12 minutes in, and we're already causing havoc. Why is the referee wearing the same color as us? It is so frustrating. Here's Thiago running through. Van Dijk committed, but Silerson 1-on-1. Shows his quality, shows his class. Oh, Memphis Depay's lost in a dangerous area. Bernardo Silva willing to strike. De Ligt has stretched every fibre in his body to block that ball. That's going to be the end of the first 45. We took our chances. Manchester City unable to penetrate our area as we go into the break. 2-0 up. Big tackle, Memphis. And now it's Daniel Malin who's got green grass to run onto. He might have injured the Man City player, but he doesn't care. Memphis Depay roaming into the middle. It's the keeper who's come off his line, chipped and crossed. Oh my goodness me. Cleared off the line, and it's Wijnaldum to take the shot. He was budged off the ball. It's all action happening. Now it's back to De Bruyne. We're just asking for trouble here, but Dumfries deals with him. And Van de Beek releases. Here we go. Memphis seeing this run on the overlap. A beautiful little flared pass. And now Bergwijn sees Daniel Malin back stick. Oh, it was going to be so simple. And he's aimed it right at the keeper. Man City going to throw everything at us in these final moments of the game. Raheem Sterling definitely being the main protagonist for them. And Kevin De Bruyne lets fly, but it's nowhere near the target. Heads it forward. Can we have our third shot on target? Third shot on goal. And it is Frankie de Jong who's brilliantly spread it off to Daniel Malin. Here we go. Malin in the clear again. Can he make up for his previous error? And it's just gone a whisker wide of the right post. Double switch Ross going to be Cooper Myers on for Wijnaldum, and Justin Kluivert coming on for Bergwijn. It is Justin Kluivert fresh off the bench. He's got all the pace and energy to burn. He literally has the world right in front of him. The world is his oyster. Memphis Depay, flew deflections here and there. Here we go, Coop Miners. We might have one last dying chance. Memphis Depay to seal it. And again, it's a nice save by Edison. Go short for the corner. Justin Kluivert, do we have one last party trick to end it off on a high and a beak? And that is the third. 2 minutes of added time in the 92nd minute. Now we can finally celebrate. Donny van der Beek gets that, fires it into the top right-hand corner. He's double for the night. He started it, he broke the deadlock, now he's ended it. Justin Kluivert fresh off the bench, and it's an emphatic finish from our center attacker midfielder, rifled into the top right-hand corner, and through a sea of bodies, he's got it through there with a comfortable 3-0 win. I mean, we just literally took our chances. I mean, Marlon missed a couple of sitters. Nonetheless, we scored when it mattered, and Man City didn't really show any attacking intent the whole entire match. I guess they are the own masters of their downfall. Pep Guardiola's man easily defeated by the Flying Dutchman. There you go, the Netherlands can celebrate tonight. Barcelona are Champions League winners once more, and the European champions are going to bask in their glory tonight. It is going to be a celebration long into the night, and definitely for me after I finish recording this video, because it's most likely going to be my last FIFA 20 video, last rebuild up until we start up on FIFA 21 next month in October. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. Thank you for all the support you've shown me throughout this entire game cycle. It has been an absolute journey, a mission, and I can't thank you guys enough for all the love you've shown in the comments, the notification gang, you guys who absolutely get around the content. I appreciate that a whole lot. It means the world, and I'll leave you guys with the Champions League celebrations. If you went on to enjoy, smack that like button, subscribe, turn on those notifications, check out all my socials down in the description. I've been BCHD. As always, have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the very next video.